products are not cheap. They actually are. Even if
you work it the right.
I want to be clear on this. I don't think it's anything wrong with selling, like, say, NutriBurst for $70, okay? If you have priced some of these other weight loss MLMs out here, our products are very cost effective. And especially considering the fact that they don't require you to do a smart ship and you can just buy at your will, our products are actually very inexpensive. So I would never say...
Thanks for correcting me.
Yeah, because...
No, you're right. Because when I think about, like I told you, my mother with dementia, my brother with his cancer, it is expensive being sick.
Yes.
When you put it in perspective of, some NutriBurst for $60, $65, $70 or whatever versus the hospital bills of multiple thousands of dollars, it is cheap. But I was talking about, like, the customers who, live in paycheck to paycheck, but they still want to, get their health on board and stuff like that. It may be more expensive to them. So when you get the BOGO plus your commission, you're able to sell to them even cheaper than what they can get on the website. And that's like a service that you've been providing.
Exactly. So, see, my thing is this. I don't care whether I'm selling you a NutriBurst for $70, $50, $45, $30, whatever the price. I'm comfortable with that price because I want to be very clear. Like, when you come on my team, I want you to know that every single time, whatever price you've given them, you have to know that you're still giving them value. Because when you compare us to some other things out here, we always beat them. My thing with, like, say somebody who sells NutriBurst for $70 versus somebody who sells it for $50. The marketplace will tell you what you can charge. Okay? So if somebody is out there selling it for $70, clearly they got somebody buying it for $70. So that's not a problem.
Yeah, that's true. And the buying power in Chicago is a lot different than what we have in Indianapolis. They will pay money in Chicago.
That's true.
What you just said resonated with me about the value of the product because my god sister she's in an MLM and she wanted me to purchase something and I purchased something. It was like a healthcare product, some pills for energy or something. I didn't steal anything. And so she wanted me to join that company and I'm like, I can only sell what I believe in. So I can sell this tea real easily because this tea exposed my parasites and I know it works. Like if I didn't take the tea, I wouldn't have been on this journey to better health. So I'm able to shout it from the mountaintop. And so you're right. You're right about the value in selling it, whatever you feel comfortable with. But at the end of the day, and what I'm seeing with my family, with their health declining, it's better to pay for it up front than on the back end. That's true.
Yeah. And so for me, I don't sell it at $50 because I'm trying to undercut someone. I sell it at $50 or whatever I'm selling it at the time. It's always based on the numbers. Like, literally, my products, some products will vary on the day. And this is why, like, I see a lot of TLC reps, they'll be like, how much should I charge for such and such and such? I hate that question because you don't want to ask me how much you should charge for something. Your price should be based on your numbers. How much did you buy the product for? Some people look at my prices and they try to charge the same thing that I charge. They have no clue. I maximized every single discount. I put it on a credit card where I got rewards, cash backs. Then when my daily pay hit the next day, I took that money from the daily pay, transferred it to my bank account, put it right, paid down the credit card that I bought the inventory. Girl, come through. So I'm finagling things you know nothing about, dear. So so my numbers are totally different. My numbers are totally different than your numbers. And see, I've seen a lot of people do that. They'll be like, I charged, they'll go online, see somebody, or go on social media, Instagram, see somebody else's prices. They'll charge the same exact price. And then they'll be like, man, I knew they weren't making no money like that. Because they didn't make no money. But see, what you don't know is, let's say, I don't care whether she bought it in the front store or the back office. Because some people think, well, you lose money when you buy it in the back office. You do if you don't have a team. So if you're just out here solo dolo and you buying it in your own back office, yeah, that's rolling up to the upline and you see none of that. So now you mad because you didn't get retail commission and you feel like, I didn't see it in the residual either. But like I asked somebody on my team, I was like, how much, is the profit on NutriBurst? And they were like, $20. I was like, wrong. It's whatever you want it to be. Because if you have enough of a team and you buy NutriBurst in the lowest leg of your pay leg, and you got enough reps, and let's say where you make that purchase all makes their check rise by $4. Not only do you get, thank you, not only do you get your, and then when people think binary pay, they think 10%. That's wrong again. Everybody binary pay ain't 10%. Executive director,
it 12. On how large the team is.
It depends on your rank.
Oh, okay.
So if your director is 10%, if your executive is 12%, next is 14%. Those 2% add up. The only people who don't realize that is people who ain't binary or they only hit director. But the minute you hit executive,
if it's somebody like me that's not ready for the large team, and they don't have the higher rank, and they're binary qualified, so they'll get their commission. So they do the BOGO plus the commission. Aside from that, your new journey of the credit repair and maximizing the rewards on the credit cards and stuff like that, that's an addition to what you're maximizing on the TLC side.
Right.
I feel like that's the part that I'll be missing because I'm not there yet with the team. But like
the only reason why you're not there yet with the team is because you keep saying that though. That's all in your head. Okay. Like I said, you really do need to stop because what's going to happen is you're going to get somebody who wants to join you because of your story, which is unique to you. Nobody else has your story. You're going to get somebody who wants to join you, and you're going to try to stop them from joining you because you think you're not ready, and you're going to block somebody else's blessing.
You're right.
I know I'm right. No, I'm just like...
I'm with you when you're right. And you know what? There's power. It's life and death in the power of the tongue. So I have to be careful because I will eat the words thereof if I keep saying it. But what I'm saying is, like, right now, I'm in a comfortable spot of the retail space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I do my BOGO, my commission. Now I need to add another layer on to my, what you call the profit margin of maximizing rewards on different credit cards.
Yes. So, and this is what I was telling the team too. Like, TLC is your business boot camp. So you get in TLC, now you have a product.
Business what?
Business boot camp.
Okay.
The way I see it, for those who really want to treat this like a business, let's get you your business credit. Let's get your personal credit straight so you can use that as a personal guarantee for some business credit. Now you get your bank account and your TLC business name. You get your credit cards and your TLC business name. So now instead of like 5,000, most people got like a personal credit card of 1,000 or 5,000. Now you're getting credit cards in 10, 20,000. Do you understand that's how you run your ads? Do you understand that's how you can hire out assistants? Do you understand that's how you can put funnels in place? Do you understand that's how you can buy the tools that you need to scale your business so that when you do hit whatever income goal you want, when you hit that, you don't want to be like I said, you don't want to be ignoring your husband or now you got to put your family on the back burner because you got to support the team. You don't want to build a team so big that it crushes you because you don't have the right systems in place. But what is the main problem for a lot of people? It's capital. Any business, this is not MLM, this is not TLC, it's capital. What did I tell you was the turning point in my business? It was when I got the Square loan. Because me, previously, I was unemployed. I was driving Uber and Lyft. Rosalind, I promise you, Candy B will tell you, there was a time not too long ago where I didn't even have 1 5-pack of tea.
Mm-hmm.
And really, really quickly, I was able to scale my inventory. Once you scale that inventory, you flip that inventory, and you can really go from buying $500 a week to $1,000 or $2,000 a week of inventory. And again, it's not even your money, because if you're flipping and you're shopping because you're trying to flex and floss, you're gonna have a problem. But if you're just flipping the inventory, you're buying these chunks of inventory.
Those are game changer for me is understanding not just the inventory, but how to get the inventory at a cost. Because then you feel the profits better. So I have my inventory here, and like I told you, I had surgery and I wasn't working, bringing money in. So I have my customers coming over to the house. It's almost like, I won't say it was free money, but I felt like it was free money.
Come on through.
Like, oh my God, like how am I making this much money and I ain't working and I just got the inventory.
They don't understand though.
And it's coming in. Like that was an eye opener. Like I will be with TLC. I will be with TLC because this is it, and it's, man, I didn't have to touch my savings account like I told you, but the inventory that I had here, I bought it low. I was able to sell it at the same price they were used to, but I didn't have to touch my savings, so I had that cushion even when I wasn't working. That was a game changer because when I first met you, I was just buying the inventory regular price. Like I didn't know no better, but
it's all good.
I didn't feel any profit at that time either.
Yeah,
now I feel like I'm making the profit because I have the inventory that I bought on Black Friday or Christmas and July and stuff.
And when you leverage it correctly, like I said, it's a game changer. I had the same exact experience. When I was in Atlanta before I moved here, during the divorce, I remember, my car had broken down. My car broke down, so I was telling people, come to the house. People were literally coming. I lie to you not. I would have like women coming 6 a.m. in the morning. They would drop off the kids and they would come pick up tea before they went to work. And this was when we had strike. So I have women coming 6 a.m. in the morning, men coming midnight because they getting off of work. And they be like, I need a 6-pack of Sprite. I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Because I didn't have any transportation. So this money is coming literally to my front door, which I don't advise everybody do that, especially if you're a single woman. I don't advise that. But at the time I was like, Lord, just protect me. But that money was coming to the door. So again, when I hear people that leave TLC that say, I didn't make no money, I understand it's because you didn't crunch the numbers. You probably piggybacked off of somebody else's number and they were able to sell the product up front at a lower cost because they were getting the money on the back end.
Well, it's all about education too.
Yeah, absolutely. But most people don't.
I started watching your videos. Right. So if you don't have that upline that's willing to teach you the art of the flip and how to buy low, like it's not going to work out for you. But I spent hours watching your videos to understand, like, oh, that's how you do it. And you'll say something in one video and I won't get it, and then I hear it again in another video. I'm like, oh, that's what she was talking about. It takes dedication to understand the business.
Let me tell you what I've learned in my mentorships. It's not that stuff is difficult. It's just new.
Yeah, that's true.
And all my mentors say that. They say, y'all, this is not hard. It's just new. You're going to have to hear it 3, 4. In my trading mentorship, there was a guy in there. He turned $500 into $35,000. And of course, everybody was like, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? But when he said, y'all, I listened to the entire course. I think he said 7 times. The entire course. Then nobody was interested, right? Everybody's like, oh, because most people haven't even gone through the course one time, right? But he went through it 7 times. He really got that information down on the inside of him. When John Licari spoke at Stormy's training, I think it was December of 2019, and he talked about the comp plan, man, I had never heard the comp plan broken down like that. And when he said your true money is in the binary, not the binary, the check match, and your check match should be double your binary, I was like, okay, bet. And I listened to that training so many times, and that's how I understood the comp plan. Once I understood the comp plan, I started milking it like never before because you said something earlier. You were like, a lot of uplines don't teach you how to retail, or they don't teach you the art of the flip. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of them can't because they're not retailing.
Okay.
Everything you need is right in front of you. On Fun Friday, when they put up that 250 Club list, see if you see your upline's name up there.
That's true.
See if you see that. What does the 250 Club list mean? That means you sold 13 products in a week. See if you see your upline's name up there. If you don't, that means they haven't sold 13 products in a week. So how they going to teach you how to do it?
That's true.
They go for the jugular, which is not, it's not, I don't criticize how anybody does their business. Okay. You can teach retailing. You can teach recruiting. I personally have made a decision to start with the retail because I hate the fact that MLM is stigmatized as this place that only has customers because people are buying rank to make you are buying. Yeah, they're killing the bank to make the rank, and all these people are garage qualified. So when I started listening to like MLM Nation, and I started really being a student of the profession, I said I want to have legitimate customers because I want to legitimize this profession. That's why half my customers don't even know I'm in an MLM. They don't even care. They don't look at me like they look at somebody else in MLM. That's why I can get on video and say, hey, y'all, it's Kim, the pyramid schemer.
You're not high on recruiting. Like,
I'm not going to harass or hound them. I'm not going to be like, hey, you got, and you know, I wasn't even looking at the screen. I just looked at the screen. Remember I told you about Peggy? She just popped on.
Yeah.
I was talking about you, Peggy. But yeah, I'm not going to be like, hey, you lost 10 pounds. Now you want to make 6 figures a week? I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell me if they want to, they'll tell me. And if they don't, they won't. Either way, I'm perfectly fine with it.
That's the part of what we talked about, you being real. Like, that's unrealistic for the average person to make that much money a week starting out. Like,
yeah, it is.
And I think that's why me and a lot of other people are attracted to you, because your message is realistic.
Yeah, man, I needed to make money to pay my bill. Do you know how I actually started setting goals in my business? I'll tell you. I have no problem telling anybody anything. You know when people are embarrassed to tell you stuff when they still stuck in the mess. But once they get out, they be like, guess what? Girl, I was about to be in jail. And you be like, what? You be like, what? But the way that I actually started making goals, I didn't start making goals proactively. It would have been nice if I did. I probably would not have had as many financial troubles if I did up front. But the way I actually started setting my goals was because, I lie to you not, Rosalind. So I'm with PNC Bank, right? They have this thing called Danger Days. A danger day basically means like, heifer, you ain't got no money. Right now, your account is negative, but it's not negative yet. You got a few hours to bring it positive before we hit you with that non-sufficient. You got a few hours before we hit you with that NSF fee. So you can wake up on Monday and your account, if it says danger day with an amount there, you know you got a few hours to get that money in your account. And I thank God for that PNC thing, because when I was with Wells Fargo, they just hit you with it. But with PNC, you have the danger day. So like, Candy knows, because it was, and like I said, I understand you being scared to recruit, because you're like, man, if I'm not doing this, how can I do that? Girl, don't worry about that. Because Candy joined me even though I was broke. And I made it known I was broke. I was like, girl, it's a danger day. She was like, no, what you gonna do? I was like, I gotta sell some products, girl. I can't let $20 turn into negative $50. And then and guess what? Every single time I had a danger day, somehow, and I know, like, you might be thinking, well, why you kept getting danger days? Girl, listen, when you broke and you don't have that flow coming in, it is anytime your outgo is more than your income, if what's going out is more than what's coming in, you gotta have a problem, and you're gonna have that problem consistently. So that was just a horrible time. Yeah. I didn't have the traction in my videos yet. I didn't have any residual. Even though Candy was on my team, she wasn't binary qualified. I think I was self-binary qualified. It just was a different time. So my account was just hit or miss. And that's why when people tell me, this is a bad time for me, I'm like, you don't understand. How many bad times I've gone through, and I still kept going. How do you get out of the bad time? It's not by staying stuck in the mess. You have to figure it out. And so when I would have these danger days, and I would say, okay, Kim, if you can push yourself to make sure you sell enough product to get yourself out of danger day, why can't you push yourself on a regular day?
Right, when you're not in the danger day.
When you're not in a dang on danger day. Exactly.
So that goes back to consistency. Like, consistency yields results. And if we're not consistent, whether it's in a diet, whatever, like, it's not going to yield results. Like, you can have a house full of TLC products. If you don't use them.
Girl, let's not even go there with that. Let's not even go, because I don't understand. I do not understand that. I just don't understand it. that's the other thing that's going to make you money. When you show that you use all the products. There are TLC reps who have been in for years, and they'll be like, I never tried the fight. Excuse me? How not? You know, you got to pay attention to stuff like that. You got to try everything. And one of my best videos is the NutriBurst, what it tastes like video. Right? Because people want, what did people say before we had the samples? They were like, what it tastes like. And I used to get that question all the time and be like, listen, man, my taste buds are not your taste buds. Stop asking me what it tastes like, because I might say it's good, then you might get it and say it's bad, and now you think I lied to make a sale. But simple stuff like that.
It's mindset too, because the first time I tasted NutriBurst, I didn't like it. But once that tea started working for me, and I started, getting into the company and stuff, it's good now. I think it's all about your mindset and what you're willing to accept.
I told my team, it's kind of like the baby. Some of the products are like the baby method. Like, you got to try it. Maybe some of them you have to try a few times before you find out you like it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or if you understand the benefits of the vitamins, the minerals, the phytonutrients, and all of that stuff, you realize, like, why everything got to taste like chocolate? Like,
why everything got to taste like chocolate? I know, right? But my son did.
I'm relieving sweets for this Lent season, so I'm like addicted. I'm like feeling like an addict right now with my missing my sweets.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's the other thing too. When people are used to sweets, their taste buds are different than when you've been detoxing. So, like for my son, when he first got the NutriBurst, he wasn't like he took it, but now I have to be like, how many NutriBursts have you had today? Like, don't, brother, back up.
I like the sea moss.
Oh my gosh.
You had to put a hold on that sea moss. Like, wait a minute.
I just got some boxes of sea moss, and I'm gonna cut a video after this because I got some boxes of the individual new NutriBurst and the sea moss. Oh, hold on. Okay, somebody on Facebook Live. Usually I just be in my conversation and I ignore the Facebook Live, but this is a big comment. Cassia Dolly, I hope I said that right. She said they don't have a problem drinking alcohol. Ha ha. They don't ask like what it tastes like. You right. You right. I have tasted some alcoholic drinks and I'm like, what is the big deal? This is nasty.
Right.
But people be throwing it back. Right. Or better yet, that dang on apple cider vinegar. I love it when people be like, the tea tastes like water. It don't taste like nothing. And then you see them on Facebook chug-a-lugging apple cider vinegar rotting out their teeth. I'm like, okay, ma'am.
Right.
I'm going to leave you be.
With that ugly face.
I'm going to leave you be. I'll do anything for weight loss.
And when you were talking about like the people who sell it need to be products of the product, like have you even used and stuff? I know my attitude when I have, not bad attitude, but when my attitude when I do the vending and they see this table full of products and a lot of the TLC stuff they haven't seen before, I'm able to tell them I take this, I take this, I take this, I take this, I tried that. Like, I tried everything.
Now listen to me. If you can do that at a vending event, you can do that on video. And if you do that in a vending event, because I've never done a vending event in TLC. I've never done a home party. Ever.
Yeah.
Not in TLC. But this is what I want you to think about. So you do a vending event. Okay. What do you think is your largest reach at one of your vending events?
My largest reach?
Yeah. Like, how many people did you think your message reach?
Oh, shoot. I would say at least 30.
Okay, so 30 people, that's what you think is your largest reach. Now, you had a reach of 30 on that one day.
I'm saying people that came to my table that spoke to me. But
right.
The event will have hundreds of people. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't care about the event. I only care about how many people did you touch. Right?
Okay.
Because that's our
30 people.
Okay. So you had a reach of 30 on that day. That's a lot of people to talk to at one time. But it only happened that one day at the vending event. If you had cut a video, that video is going to age like wine with time. And people have the opportunity to watch that video every day. So let's say you did that vending event January 17th, 2019. You only had a reach of 30 on January 17th, 2019. But if you had said whatever you said to them in a video, since now that video could have, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20,000 views. And that video is still working while you're sleeping, while you're working, while you're on date night with your husband. That one video. Put that in conjunction with all other videos that you've done. Like I said, right now, you and I were having this conversation. We've been on the phone for a long time because it's a good conversation. But what did I tell you? I said, what people overthink this video stuff. I said, this conversation is a video. And I said, girl, let me get my other phone and start the video. So this is a video. I'm going to put it on YouTube. And guess what? This is a conversation that people will see. Oh, Kim knows what she's talking about. Kim does actually talk to people that want to talk to her, that's on her team. They will see that what I'm saying makes sense. This video is you talking, but this video is a recruiting video. Do you see what I'm saying? A recruiting video does not always start out with, hey guys, I'm looking for 5 people.
And you know what? If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. And I realized that with this business too, with stepping outside of my comfort zone, like you said, doing the video, and not being afraid, because if I'm uncomfortable, that's a good thing, right?
If you're uncomfortable, it's a great thing, because it means you respect the business. It means you respect the process. It means you respect, if you're uncomfortable about recruiting, it means you on a subconscious level understand the responsibility of holding someone's dreams in your hands. Now, are you responsible for their dreams? No. It's a partnership. They have to do their part. You have to do your part. That's the way I feel about it. Some people feel like, as a sponsor, you just sponsor them. All you had to do was introduce them to the opportunity. Well, technically that is true. But again, what is your character, like your level of integrity? And it might change with time. But you have to do with what you feel comfortable with. I couldn't just sign somebody up in the business and be like, everything is here. Even though that's true, I couldn't personally do that. I like that interaction of talking with somebody like, what, girl, you got your first sale? Okay, how did it go? Show me your interaction. Oh, you know what? We could have turned this instead of a 1-product sale, we could have turned it to a 3-product sale if you did this. Like I tell my team, upsell like McDonald's. Do you know how many people reach out to me and they be like, hey, you still got the NutriBurst BOGO? I'll be like, I sure do. And because of how I do my messaging, they already know. Okay, I want 2 bottles. I want 4. You know what? Can I get 4? You sure can. That'll be $160. By the way, I also have resolution drops on BOGO. Would you like, I'm just like McDonald's. Would you like resolution drops with your order? Would you like brewed tea with your order?
No, they payday and not a day before.
Right. And guess what? Because of my messaging, people come to me with money because they already know how I roll.
Yeah.
I weed out. I don't even I have enough time to talk and do the things that I want to do because I don't waste time telling people the same thing over and over again. That's why I cut videos, because then I get my message. This is what I do. This is how I operate. People already know all of that stuff. So they don't come to me with questions pretty much because I've already answered those questions. And half the time, the other day, I think I posted something yesterday. A girl had been following me on YouTube for 2 years. She know how I roll, and we had the best conversation ever. Because why? She talk like I talk. She act like I act.
Has been following you. They know you, like, personally. Like, I feel like I know you all my life, like, because I've watched 10,000 videos.
And the same can happen for you, though.
Your personality, right, and your expectations. Yeah.
And the same thing can happen for you. You don't have to be me. And guess what? It can happen for y'all even faster. Why? Because when I started, we didn't have Facebook Live. This video technology was not as advanced as it is now. So you guys can compress time frames merely because the technology has gotten so much better, so much faster. So, I mean, I told my team, going into this new year, this new season, all I want them to do is do their part and plant their seeds. All they have to do is 10-5-2. The automation, the systemization, making your money go longer. I'm going to work on that part, because the last thing I want is for people on my team to be making money, but then they're paying out more money because their credit is crazy. So they're paying interest that's higher than what it should be, or they're not leveraging some of these other business tools that other business owners use. I'm so tired of people thinking that MLM is not a real business, but it's our fault because we don't treat it like a real business. So I'm done with that. That's why I got the Him 500 Him mentorship. That's why I be in that. I'm like, okay, bet. Get my order of, I'm telling you, it's all, when it all works together, it gets so much easier and you will be so much more profitable. You'll have to actually really watch it, because pretty soon then you get another set of problems, right? Like taxes. Then you get another set of problems. Asset protection, taxes, things of that nature. You at a whole nother level. You in a whole nother realm.
Right.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, somebody's like, "Are you really making sales?" You like, "I do all right," because you don't even have time to explain.
Right. Believe what you want to believe.
I do all right, a little something.
When I got my W-2, or I don't know whatever you call it, that TLC sent me, I was like, man, I made that much money in commission. I was like, patting my little self on the back, because, I don't do it full time like you, but I was like, this is a good side hustle.
Girl, and how, and are you tracking?
That's just from the commission from TLC.
Right, that wasn't including your Square sales.
Right.
See?
Right.
I'm telling you.
I think I made 17,000. I can't say that.
Well, you already said it.
But it's for a whole year. That's pretty good for a side hustle.
For a side hustle, that can buy a car. That can buy somebody's car. That can pay off somebody's debt. That can do all types of things. And it's money that you made on your own. I used to work at Best Buy 2 to 3 nights a week for 3 to 4 hours, and I didn't even get that on a part-time basis. So, and again, you have to put things into perspective. Just like my trading teacher, she was saying, some of y'all come in here talking about, I only made $100 today. She said, first of all, you got to stop looking at the dollar amount, and you got to start looking at the percentage. What is your account size? What is the percent? Because somebody who makes $100 a day, that could be 20% return on investment, or that could be 2% return on investment. If it's 20, you're already beating the market. And then she said something that took me to a whole nother level. She said, here in Texas, the minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. She said, that means if somebody works an 8-hour day, they have not even made $60. Come on. She was like, if somebody does a 40-hour week, they haven't made $300 for the week. So you sitting up here talking about, I only made $100 a day, and you did that passively. You did that on your own time.
Right.
Don't despise small beginnings.
Yeah.
Oh, my girl Peggy said, yes, this is your way of living, but the way you interact, which is like a friend supporting and a friend on her weight loss journey. Oh, thank you, Peggy. I didn't say anything bad about you, Peggy. I was telling her the story of how because she said, I know Peggy. She posted in the group. I said, yeah, Peggy is cool. And I was telling the woman on the phone, Rosalind, how when you posted, Candy B was like, how you found Peggy? Like, I can't have a good customer like Peggy. That's what I said about you, Peggy. And I was like, what you mean, how I found Peggy? Yeah, she always posted. Yes, I'm a cool person. So cool people attract cool people. What you mean? How I got Peggy? But yeah, and I want to go back to something real quick too, because you said like maybe your upline is not teaching you to retail. Like I said, somebody can't teach you what they don't know, so you can't fault people for that. What I don't understand is people who want to sell the products only, but then they join people who are recruiters only. So see, you got to think about that. Yeah, you joined a recruiter, and now you're mad that they're not teaching you how to retail. That doesn't make any sense. That's like you wanting to be in a monogamous relationship, but then you go out here with the head of the sister wives. Why you mad? Why you mad? You didn't match up what you wanted with what their skill set was. So, somebody can't teach you what they don't know. I personally chose to learn the retail. You know why? Because it goes right back to what I told you earlier in the conversation. You're going to win in this game either by recruiting leaders or recruiting regular schmegular folk like myself and then helping them develop into leaders. For the majority of us, we're going to recruit regular schmegular folk and help them develop into leaders. Guess what that takes? Time.
And that's what I remember from one of your videos too, about how people look at you now and your customer base now, but not like that.
Girl.
And you learn things as you go along. And I'm a really put out for 6 months to resign. It's like then sign up under you in another 6 months. Like, that's how important being under the right person is, because I know that I can leverage more if I had the constant good training that you provide, like you do the YouTube videos, but I know it's some deeper stuff that you could give to your team. So,
girl,
this is important that you sign up under the right person.
It does make a difference. And if somebody says it doesn't, then I mean that's good for them. But most people, I know for me, I love my sponsor. I appreciate him so much. There were times, I'm not gonna say I would have quit if it weren't for him, but I would have slowed down a lot more than what I did. It always helps to have a running partner.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we were not meant to do things independently. I know society celebrates independence, but we can go so much further faster together.
Right.
So I mean,
the personality's gotta match too.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
The person I was up under, like I knew her personally, so I never had a problem with her. But I wish I had done some research about, or even ask her questions like, "What are you doing in the business?" Or
right.
Telling, it's almost like an interview, because this is an independent business owner, but it's almost like a job too, where you got to work it. And if you under somebody who's not working it themselves, then, you don't have that support.
Right. So with that retailing part, if you know that it's going to take people time to develop, what is going to keep them happy in that time space while they're developing to become a recruiter, to become a leader? The answer is money.
Money. Right.
And where are they going to get that money from, Rosalind? They're going to get that money from the retail.
Yeah.
So if you don't know how to retail, that means you want to just go out there and get somebody. Now you want to tell them to do the same thing, because you don't know how to tell them to get any other type of money. And when they want to go out there and get somebody, and what are they going to do? They're going to do what they saw you do. So they're going to go out there and get somebody.
Exactly.
And then and
you know what? When I was telling you earlier that I was trying to reach out to the people who sold, who signed up under me, and I didn't know them personally. Another reason I was trying to reach out to them is to let them know about Fun Fridays, to let them know, you don't have to buy these products for regular price on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wait till, the Fun Friday so they can get the biggest bang for their buck, because they probably didn't know, just like I didn't know when I first signed up about a Fun Friday. Like, what's Fun Friday? Where is it?
I get reps all the time who don't know. And I get clients all the time who say, my rep never told me about this. And I don't, the law and sowing and reaping is always in effect. So I never bash another rep, but I let them know, ma'am, they probably didn't even know about it. To be honest, they probably didn't know about it. And to the client, they're like, well, how can you not know? But again, it goes back to, this is where we get the negative stigma. A lot of people are not really in the business. They just signed up in the business. But once they sign up, a lot of them feel like, my job here is done. TLC make me rich. And that's not, you got to plug in, baby. You got to be on these trainings to know when the promos are, when the this is, when the that is, and then you pass that information on to your customer. But you can't give what you don't have. If you don't know the information, you can't tell your customer that information.
I had Alexa reminded me of Fun Fridays and the Jack.
Girl. Hey.
I had an alarm.
Let me tell you something. My family knows. Don't you ask me to do nothing on a Friday. If it's your birthday, it better be Friday night. If the internet man coming, he got till 12. Don't ask me to do nothing.
When I messaged you, sent something to your messenger tonight, I was like, what day is it?
Yeah. Hey. Hey, every now and then I'll get a new person on the team, and then so on the WhatsApp, I have my team members, and I love that people on my team they contribute to the big team. So Tania will be like, "Hey y'all, Fun Friday." She'll post a link, and then somebody else will be like, "Hey, in case anybody missed it, this is the deal." And so the team is working together as a team, as a family, to keep everybody in the loop, because some people at work, some people whatever. And every now and then I'll get a new person. They might call me and be like, "What's going on?" And I'll be like, "Did you call me on Fun Friday?"
Don't interrupt me.
Yeah. And the team will be like, "Oh, don't call Kim on Fun Friday. You gotta. And I do it jokingly. But then I'll be like, hey, so and so, just so that you know.
Yeah, let me tell you.
You gotta ask me after the deal is over. Don't interrupt me in the middle of the deal.
Right. Let me tell you, for Black Friday, remember you missed the CMOS deal?
Oh.
In the basement with my husband, and I'm waiting on CMOS. I know it's coming. And I go on, I'm refreshed, and it's sold out. I'm like, it can't be. I've been right here looking. Do you know I was refreshing my phone for like a good 5 minutes, and it came back, and I was like, yes!
Girl, let me tell you something.
My husband looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, no, I gotta have the CMOS logo. So I was like, I bet you everybody else probably gave up and walked away from their phone.
They do it all the time. Rosalind, Rosalind, can I tell you how many times I'll be buying the deals, and I'm looking at the chat, and the pop-up comes and be like, is it live yet? I'll be like, bloop, 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 bloop. I don't even answer. I'm like, y'all are asking, is it live, instead of going to the site and hitting refresh until it comes live. I don't have time for that. So that's why I say small differences make big difference. I don't see it yet. That's because it's not there. Refresh. Oh, it's not in my browser. Try another browser. My internet. Well, get a phone. Babe, when Fun Friday comes, I got two computers, 2 phones. Shoot, sometimes I got the dang on Fire, the Amazon Fire. Anything that has internet. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. This is your entrepreneur is not somebody who doesn't want to be an employee. It is somebody who solves freaking problems. Whatever the problem is, solve it. Figure out a way to solve it. I set up my entire business for the month on those 4 or 5 Fridays. My whole business is built on Fun Friday. That's it.
Wow.
That's it.
That was a game changer for me.
Girl, that was a game. And again, like some people say, Kim, you mean everybody can't be like you. You don't have to be like me, but I need you to make some sense. Okay? Because I cannot rock with you and all these excuses when in 2015, we didn't have no Fun Friday. We didn't have no daily pay. We didn't have no Facebook Live. We didn't have none of this. And we still made it pop. So, I do not be here. If you don't...
In the summer is when I first started vending. That was me. It was outside in the grass area, all these vendors setting up their tents and stuff. And unfortunately, the setup time was almost the same time as Fun Friday. So I hurry up and put my tent up, put my tables up, and at 2 o'clock, because I'm Central Time, I was like, everything got to stop. I'll finish later. Like, I got to get my deal. And I didn't even have to log on to Facebook. I would just start refreshing my phone to see what the deal, the Friday deal of the day is.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't have took no vending event on no Fun Friday. I know. Just learning stuff, Hold on, I want to address something right quick because Cassia Dolly said I want Black Friday to come back fast. What I need you to understand, Cassia Dolly, is you have to crunch the numbers. Why do you want Black Friday to come back? Because it was a BOGO? Well, if you understood everything that just happened, like last week, 10% off, daily pay, one week we had double G5 bonus, 10% off, daily pay. Some of those products basically were BOGO. If you did the math on it. If you calculated everything in. I don't even place an order unless it's at least $200 so I can get my free shipping. I don't even order unless it's $200. So when you calculate all those things, and it drops that price down, which increases the profit margin more and more. You don't need a Black Friday to have a Black Friday deal. If you crunch the numbers appropriately. And if you really go to the next level and you get binary qualified and you know how this works and it's bumping up everybody's check, even at 10 points a product. I mean, yes. And here's the whole deal. Like I tell my team, be strategic. On Friday, you flip your products Monday through Thursday, right? Saturday through Thursday. Now Friday, you have money to get your Fun Friday deals. Don't talk to none of these people who's like, what's Fun Friday? They'll have to figure it out next Friday. Don't talk to none of these people.
Another thing that works me with that Black Friday, once I figured it out, because, you know, I didn't know a lot when I started, is I keep my credit card, like you saw, is under 3% utilization.
Come on.
So, baby, on Black Friday and Christmas in July, that utilization go up for my inventory. Like, so I'm anticipating, like, nothing can be on this credit card. Like, this is inventory time.
But see, as you get, but let me tell you something, though. My credit card is always low. You know why? Because every single day I have a payment made to me. Right?
Okay.
So I use my credit card a lot. And I pay it a lot. I pay my credit card so much that actually, like, Citibank, they're horrible at posting I have to call them to get them to release the funds so that I have available credit again, because that's how much I pay. And they're like, we're not set up to take a lot of payments. That's how you know the credit card companies be trying to get you. They set up pretty much, they only want you to make a payment once a month. So when you start making payments like every other day, because you're charging every other day, and I don't do baby charges. No, I have a business. I'm paying on vendor accounts for things that I utilize my business for. So, you know, as we keep that credit card utilization low, also make sure, Rosalind, that you are going as your income goes up, make sure you're updating your income in your credit card history. Because a lot of times that's how they'll give you an auto approval for a credit line increase, which will also help your utilization. Huh?
I learned that with you too, is to make sure to get the increase. And actually, I just got an increase that I didn't ask for. But you're right, I do need to update my income and stuff, because I didn't understand the importance of the high balances. You know, at first I was like, well, that's good, because I don't want to charge all of that. But you know, when you know better, you do better.
Yeah. I used to be a hardcore Dave Ramsey fan, and he preaches no credit cards. But I think you really have to assess what are your goals. Like I said, when I do these staycations and I stay at these nice fancy hotels, I'm paying pennies on the dollar because of what?
Yeah.
My Hotels.com card. When a lot of my Christmas gifts that I got from Best Buy, I paid nothing. Why? Because I had reward certificates. Because I'm charging $2,000 to $3,000 in inventory each week, and then I'm turning around, buy the inventory. Then get online and say, hey, y'all, NutriBurst was on sale. Anybody missed the BOGO? Well, I got it. And then guess what? My phone is going to be like, bam, bam, bam. 4 o'clock in the morning. People be like, hey, I know you're asleep, Miss Kim, but when you wake up, please tell me if you have the BOGO. I'll be like, yeah, girl, I got you. How many you want? Would you like resolution drops with that? Right. Then they Zelle me the money. It goes directly in my bank account. I pay my credit cards off. At the same time, TLC has sent me daily pay. I have that money. I have half of that transferred to one bank account, half of that transferred to another bank account. You know why? Because we need to be building relationships with as many banks as possible if we're going for business funding. Please hear me on that. You need to build relationships with as many banks as possible if you're going for business funding, which we are. Mm-hmm. And especially.
So what's the benefit of you doing daily pay? I didn't do that.
First of all, it puts you in the drawing so that you can have your daily pay doubled. And I will pay a small convenience fee to have my money right now, because every single day that I don't have access to my money, it's a day that I lose the ability to flip my money. Mm-hmm. You give me $500 a day, and if I understand I can put $1 in this deal and take $3 out, I want my $500 today. I'm not going to sit up here, because what do they take out, $1 for daily pay? Some people like, well, I need my dollar. Why? So you can go to McDonald's and get some fries? Like, I don't.
Kim, how was that person? I don't want to dance from me, but I understand what you're saying.
Give me my dollar.
I think I saw before daily pay came out.
Rosalind. Baby, you gotta pick your bag. Okay, hold on. Cassia Dolly's saying, so you recommend to pass the money through the bank instead of TLC card. It depends on what your goals are. The TLC card I have because it's nice bragging rights. You got a card, it has your company logo. Why not? Okay. You know, so you can slap it down. You can.
That's marketing too.
It's marketing too, but I don't use my TLC card anymore because it gives me nothing. Once I got that Him 500 mentorship and I saw all the things that these people were doing, were rewards, were points, anything that you want. You shop at Walmart, you buy your toilet paper at Walmart. Okay, which card has the best Walmart rewards? Which card has the best Walmart gift certificates? Now you run, and it's great. See, when you're a consumer, credit cards are not that good, because when I was a consumer and I only had, what did I make it to college? $2,500 a month. Okay, I'm making $2,500 a month. That means I only have bills to charge. So I'm getting baby points, baby rewards. It'll take me a year to add up to get something. You know what I'm saying? But when you have a business and you work in your business, if you're working your business is growing. So now I spend thousands of dollars on my business. When I called Capital One for something the other day, they were like, do you know how many points you have on your account? I was like, yeah, I know. Because I'm using points on my other cards. So no, Cassia dollar. I no longer use my TLC Payoneer card. I have it just because it has my company logo. But that card gives me no points. I don't even do my...
So if you're not working for me, I'm not going to work you.
Bam. Why would I run thousands of dollars through a card that gives me nothing when I can run thousands of dollars through a card that can give me a $300 hotel night stay for like $40?
Yes. And I think I learned that better when I started following Him 500 too. So the next thing we
girl,
have to learn,
that was my Black Friday gift to myself. And when I say, like I said, not only the course, but the community, like it's so much stuff out there. And here's the whole deal. People be like, well, when I get time to study this stuff, you're never going to have time. So you know what you need to do? You need to put yourself in a community of people who have already, like I said, Bees is a master at outsourcing. This person is a master at Turo. This person is a master at trucking. This person is a master at utilization. This person is a master at manufacturer spending. This person is a master at business funding, Haitian CEO. So guess what? Now if I have a question, instead of me going down YouTube, down the dark hole of YouTube, now I go straight to Haitian CEO and be like, hey, I'm trying to get approved in business funding for X amount. What do I need to do? And he's like, boom, done. Proximity principle. It's the proximity principle. You put yourself in proximity of people who have the expertise. Now you can piggyback off of their expertise and save yourself that time. That's how people end up with a to-do list of tons of things, and it just rolls over day after day, month after month, year after year. You're never going to have time.
Yeah. That's true, and it's all about priorities. Like, because we all have the same 24 hours.
We all have the same 24 hours. But this is the thing that gets me. People will be like, well, TLC seems good, but I can't just make money $20 at a time. I'm like, I understand why they say that, but I'm like, you don't get it. You don't get it. This is a vehicle. If you're thinking like, I can't make money $20 at a time, again, that's a person who is only looking at commission on one product, paid one way. We get paid 5 ways. Mm-hmm. My average cart value per customer is $250. Every customer that comes to me on average spends $250. Mm-hmm. So when you say I can't make money $20 at a time, I can't relate to you because I don't make money $20 at a time. Right. That you're telling me up front that you just only aim to sell one product to one person at a time. Why? When you have a product line of over 30, man.
Or they're only selling the product through their TLC link.
Even so, I don't care if you don't have any inventory and you're only using your link. Still, your goal should not be to sell. You see what I'm saying? I see. Every customer should be buying a kit, as far as I'm concerned. A kit is what? 3 products on average. So every customer should at least be $60, and that's just on the retail. Doesn't include your binary, doesn't include the check match that your binary will go up for all the people that you have on the side. Again, if you're not working your business, all of this is gibberish to you. It doesn't make any sense. You're like, it don't work. No, it does.
Right.
Just because you haven't capitalized on it doesn't mean it's non-existent.
That is true.
And when you understand this stuff, you can articulate this stuff. When you can articulate this stuff, oh, baby, people will join you. Now, because Bam.
Resigning under one IPO to wait and get under Kim. Process.
You right. You are quitting your business to wait the 6 months to come back in. Again, that's a story that a lot of people don't know. That's a story that I can't tell. That's only a story that you can tell. So you'll be able to have but let me tell you something. Everybody in the whole entire company has multiple stories to tell. They're looking for a different story. They're looking for the big story. When I hit it big, then I'll tell people my story. Wrong. You'll never hit it big and have a big story if you don't start with what these seemingly small stories are that you currently have. But people miss it because they think, well, it's not exciting. It doesn't have to be exciting. It just has to be relatable. It just has to be relatable.
My cousin in Chicago, I sold her some tea, and she's been having like some issues. She thought it was like hemorrhoids or something, but let me tell you, because of my parasite journey, I was able to like, wait a minute, when did this start? Did this start when you started taking the tea? And she was like, is the tea supposed to bring out parasites? I'm like, yeah, it's supposed to detox your gut, and if it's too much of the, parasites in there, yeah, like, and so I feel like I'm the parasite expert. If I go to the pharmacy to get my anti-parasitics or whatever, and they ask me, do you need to know more about this? And I'm thinking in my head, I can teach you about parasites. But like, that is, like, if I was to ever create videos, that would be my story, because it was a journey that I didn't know what was happening, but I'm so grateful for TLC, because had I not taken that tea, I didn't know why I was bloated.
Come on.
The tea all the time, why I was, like, I didn't know none of that. Now I have a flat stomach. Now I have more energy.
Come on.
I'm able to recognize the signs and symptoms of, like, yeah, that tea, you must have something in your gut. The tea is working. You got this. You need to be, like, I'm able to tell them what to do because I went through it.
And this is why I don't understand people that sit up there and try to convince people that the tea works. So this prospect called me. She said it didn't work for her, or she said she don't think the tea work, and this is a scam, and she could just buy flat tummy tea. Well, let her buy flat tummy tea then. Why are you still on the phone? My son laughing at me. Why are you still on? What am I going to believe, you or my own experience?
I have a friend that's against.
I don't argue with people.
My response to her is not for
And
everybody.
that's true too. If somebody has tried it and they say it didn't work for me, I'm not saying that they're a liar. Because guess what? If we do this thing, and you're gonna see now that you're gonna be a part of our team, we do a once a month private Zoom just for our clients, and it's called Beyond the Plate. Now, the person who hosts the Zoom is my sponsor's wife, who has lost over 145 pounds on the products. She's also a clinical dietitian in her full-time job. So she knows about the body, and she's had an impeccable experience and transformation with the products. Now, in this Zoom, we talk about a lot of things. One of the main questions that we get is, why aren't the products working for me like it's working for somebody else? It'll be a client that'll come on there. Usually what happens is she'll be like, are you on any medications? And usually, girl, the people that have a list of medications, what happens is when you're on medications, that's a synthetic substance entering your body, usually to alleviate pain. And what it does is it throws your body off. So now your body can't even respond. A lot of those medications will cause you to be impacted. They'll cause you to be stopped up. So now you can't even like that gets into a whole nother area. So I never say that somebody is lying, because they may not be.
Started with the Rockefeller family and these pharmaceutical companies.
Girl, people don't understand how big pharma is. I have lost so much sleep watching YouTube documentaries about food, about and like I said, you can come here and you can come for the money, but you're probably not going to make money if you're only here for the money. But if you really want to know about the body, and you really want to help people, and you really want to use this as a vehicle to understand business, not MLM, but business, all those things working together, you will kill it, because very few people have that level of dedication and that thirst for knowledge in TLC or in any company in MLM. That's why most people do fail, because they're here for a quick buck. They treat their business like a lottery ticket. And like I said, that's why it's so exciting to me. The fact that you don't really have to do that much. Because so many people are doing so little.
Right. That's true.
So if you do anything consistently enough.
For signing up wasn't the money. It was me trying the product and the fact that it exposed something that, I had all these symptoms from and didn't know why. I'm like, this tea works. So if somebody asks me, like, why you losing weight? And, I'm not ashamed to tell my parasite story. I'm not going to give my sponsor the leads. I'm going to sign up as an IBO. So if you buy from me, I can get the profit. And I wasn't even working it.
You position yourself.
I just knew I knew eventually I wanted to do something with this company because, like, this is amazing. Like, how in the world did I not even know this was going on with my body until I drank the tea? Like,
and let me tell you something else too. You know who else gonna be your best customers?
What, bloated people?
No.
Fatigue people?
TLC reps. Girl. TLC.
Why do you say that?
Because it's the truth.
Okay.
Current or former, it doesn't matter. Do you know how many TLC reps still work jobs? Most of them. What does that mean, Rosalind? That means they miss Fun Friday. They trying to do the same thing you trying to do. They trying to build their inventory. They mad because they were at work. They boss wouldn't let them take a break at 2:00. Now they done miss Fun Friday. Now instead of getting, one bottle of NutriBurst, instead of getting 2 for the price of 1, they can only get 1. So guess what? Now I say, hey, did you miss the BOGO? I got it. And because I cut videos, of course, they're going to trust me more. Now another rep might have the BOGO. But if they don't know that rep, they like, they might take my money, which it's a lot of reps that do that. Take money, don't send the product. I have customers texting me all types of screenshots of horror stories about how they done lost money. And that's why they come to me too, because when you cut videos, people know she must be the real deal, because she wouldn't put herself out here like this if she were like stealing from people. You see what I'm saying? When you hide behind your profile, yeah, when you hide behind your profile, people never see you. You got that same profile picture up since, it's your high school 1976 graduation picture.
Girl, stop talking about me.
That's not you. That's not you, but that's some people. I'm like, girl, you've been out of school for 40 years. Why you got your graduation picture up there? Stop. But when you hide behind your profile and people don't know you, again, we all have the same products and the products clearly work. But what is going to make people buy from you? They gotta like you. They gotta trust you. So I get a lot of business from TLC reps that missed the deal. I get a lot of business from TLC reps that just couldn't make the business work for them. So they quit the business. But guess what? The products are so good. They still take the products.
Customers for life. Yeah.
I get a lot of business.
I never even considered.
Girl, yes.
Black Fridays. I didn't even consider.
Oh, and not only that, even
with you, I bought stuff from you that I missed. Yeah.
Right, you weren't on my team, but you were buying stuff from me, and a lot of people don't think about that. There are reps who have gone to other MLMs, and I just sent a rep who left our company. She messaged me yesterday because she saw I got the box of NutriBurst in, and she said, "Hey, you got the boxes of the new NutriBurst individuals?" I said, "I just opened 2." No, I said, "I got 2 coming." I said, "And I'm going to have some more in a few days." She said, "Well, I'm going to go ahead and claim it." So I don't even have to, like, so many people prepay me because they know my inventory is coming. And they say, just whenever you get it, Kim, send it. So a lot of times when I open the boxes, the product is already sold. Do you see what I'm saying about flipping this money?
Yeah.
I don't have to buy stuff and to be like, I hope I sell it. No, it's a done deal.
Right.
It's a done deal.
I got inventory just sitting right now. Yeah.
So
I haven't exposed myself to even to move it.
I'm telling you, once you put in the time to expose yourself, that time will more than pay you over and over and over again. Especially if you do it in video form. But this person who used to be a TLC rep, she bought 2 boxes of NutriBurst from me, 2 bottles of NutriBurst from me, and then texted me this morning and was like, "Hey, my husband wants to see Moss again. You got?" I said, "I sure do." So you do the math. And that's a former TLC rep. So, these products are so great that even when people leave the company, they still use the products. And when you position yourself to do videos and help out, that's why I tell people too, don't see other reps as competition. Sometimes those reps they'll be your best customers. Or they'll jump on your page and say things like, Kim, your video really helped me with XYZ thing. Now, guess what? Somebody who's thinking about joining me sees that comment and they're like, yes, that's my validation. I should join her. So TLC reps, even if they're not on your team, if you treat them right, man, they'll be one of your greatest assets.
Yeah, because they know the deal that they're getting firsthand.
And they're just not, if you see another rep on another team as competition, then you've created this divide between you that doesn't have to be there. And it's a scarcity mindset that does that. I used to do that. You shoot yourself in the foot. But if you see a rep, and not every rep is your friend, but you just act like you would in normal life. If somebody is a good person, regardless of who team they're on, they're cool. If they're not cool, they're not cool. But some of the people that have helped me out greatly in this business, they weren't on my team or in my lineage.
Wow.
So it's so much. Yeah, we're going to talk about, I need to end this Facebook Live because I've been on this Facebook Live for like the longest time. But hey, Jacquees, what's going on, everybody? I hope they found it helpful. They gave good feedback. You can go to my Facebook page and see what they said. Thank you for allowing me to do it on speakerphone because I know for a fact this helps some people.
Thank you. Look, I love talking to you, Kim.
I'm in this Facebook Live. We will say an appropriate goodbye. Hold on.